Hello there, everyone. So welcome to another episode here on Gorbad, Ironclaw. So we do have a nice technology to reduce the construction costs and everything. So that's good, and construction time. And that's great because I'll need to finally build up Black Crag to the end. So that's 6 turns. Finally to get my Arachnoid Spider Flingers. I skipped the normal ones, and I'm not sure that was a good idea, because perhaps I could have used a little bit of that. And I still have this army. I should have, that's one of the issues. Like you need to have some armies and some power to ensure that the enemy doesn't attack you all at once. If I delete one army just to have some income and then build a new one in 3 turns. That's enough for the AI to decide, oh, I'm going to attack you, So that's always a big, a more complex situation. So I'm just going to colonize here on Morheim and finally starting to have this area of the map. I should have gone against it early on, but Khorne and ogres and Malagor, they were all fighting around here against a Skaven army, and I was like, well, maybe I can have the time to delete some of the other enemies, such as Thorgrim, for instance, which happened in that school. And then I got some battles that I shouldn't. But yeah, I need 5 turns to declare war on Scarbrand without having any issues. And I do want to finish him off because I want his territories. They are essential for my short campaign. And for now, I don't see any other alternative. It's difficult here what to choose because I really would like to go to Scrap Compactor, which gives 10 scrap per turn. But I really would like to have just speed, the chart bonus. These bonuses, club, and the bonuses there for units that are over here. And yeah. For the time being, I don't see too much of a possibility of going over to Mount Gorbad over there because it's such a fortressy location. It's such a difficult location to invade into because the AI will just keep sending armies and armies and armies, and you're without having any possibilities there. So overall, Ragnik, I am going to send him to the Ungrim location, just because this army is going to be so good against dwarves. It's almost all entirely Vanguard deployed. It will have artillery with the Arachnoid Flingers. It will have summons to keep forcing the enemy missile units to just do nothing. It will have armor-piercing missiles and mobility, which the dwarves struggle against. So I'm feeling that it's going to be really good. Only if the AI would bring like 5 thunder badges, then I would need something else to work with it. But even then, it's just good. So I have some barracks here and there just to get some Black Orc big bosses. But yeah, so. There was an advancement here. By the way, I'm going to advance some turns, okay? I am going to advance some turns quickly, and I'm not going to show you everything, but in essence, you know what is happening. Ungrim is sending armies against me, I'm defending, and if there's a possibility, I'll take some auto-resolves, and I'll just try to keep up developing my forces and ensuring that I have, everything that I need to deal with those guys. And at the same time, just... I do want some good replenish there, but I took away the giant river troll hack because I want to have the Black Orc big boss for another tactic. There's a tactic that needs a Black Orc big boss and some Orc boar boys. That's exactly what I'm going for with that army. So Tricky is gonna go over there. I'm already raiding because that's how I get most of the income at this moment in time. I'm spread thin, that's for sure. I need 3 turns still to declare war, so only 2 turns skipped. And yeah, I'm still gonna try to see what I can do. This army is strictly here just to avoid the Nurgle from, trying to go against me too fast. And then that's why this whole area has a lot of garrisons. That's because I just want, you know, a small army. I can recruit some units if I need into it, if they are attacking me, if they declare war. But for the time being, this is just completely expendable units. There's nothing there that if they die, that I would care too much. Especially ROR units that you can always get later on, you know? In the meantime, I do want to keep exploring what is happening here. I wish they would take over Cambrai here. I don't think that's going to be happening because Scarbrand and other armies, well, they are in the nearby. They might have what is enough to deal with them. And so far, there's a lot of situations where you know, settlements keep getting traded between my enemies and between my allies, or you know, at least people that I'm with non-aggression pacts with, or that I have good relations with. And so far, that's the idea, to keep them busy while I further develop. And for instance, I already have Gorbad in a really powerful state. I'm trying to get Ragnik's, of course, army is really powerful. It's going to get the final Ragnarok flingers, right? So I think I'm going to have 3-4 armies that are fully completed, while the rest of them are just anything that is left. And that's kind of sad because I'm not showcasing. This is turn 74. I'm still not showcasing some stuff that I wanted. So, and here happens a big problem because I can swear to you this is not the outcome that should have happened. It told me I would lose 2 units. I lost 15 or something. Or I lost 10 or whatever. I'm like, man, this is a problem because even though I gained a lot of money that I need, I'm going to have to spend it, and likely I'm going to be under attack very soon. Because this is not something the AI overlooks. The AI will see you, hey, I see that you no longer have units here. I'm going to attack. So I'm going to have an army here of the Gobbos. Since I lost all the big guns, I lost 4 big guns here, and big guns are so good against Nurgle, you know, because most of the troublesome units from Nurgle can be solved with some anti-large, you know. So I'm pretty sure Nurgle is gonna come in, but oh well. I'll have to get some units. I don't think I should go for. Should I go for Black Orcs here? I think I should go for Squigs, honestly. Not Squigs, sorry, for Goblins, actually. And this guy, finally, you're going to build Ragnarok spiders. You can build them in 1 turn. I mean, I'm just comparing the units. They're so powerful right now. I mean, this army is going to be dreadful. And that's why I want to send them against the, you know, anything that you can send them against. It's a powerful army, but I want to send them against Ungrim to see how well these guys can handle that. And, you know, the rest of my armies, I'm still not decided exactly what I want from them. I want to try some different tactics and stuff. But I'm going to give the giant river troll hag that doesn't have anything, you know, that doesn't have enough levels, and I'm gonna give him the best to that spider army. I did capture Mount Gorbad. It was a moment where they withdraw their biggest force, and it was just the garrison and some troops, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. That's gonna be easy. So I did take Mount Gorbad, which is perfect, but now I really have to wait for the 3rd army to show up to be able to push. And in the meantime, I'm gonna spend all the scrap on this army from Arag Backbiter. I know it's not the best army, but I really wanted to check out how boar chariots and orc boar boys would do it. Have some banners. Let me give him some banners too. Let's upgrade. I have 60. I don't know if I can do anything here. Well, let's go for either this guy. Yeah, I could get some melee defense and leadership. Or I think Gorbad's army still doesn't have all the upgrades. Yeah, it doesn't. I need those upgrades. But oh, I could give some to Tricky. Yeah, likely. The missile units, they can get armor-piercing missiles. There we go. So it changes completely because they have like 1 armor-piercing. So from 1 to 4, it's a lot. Those guys suddenly will do damage. And especially fighting against Khorne, which they have a lot of armor, it's going to be, you know, important. And then later on, I'm going to have to fight likely against Bretonnia or the Empire. So, my relations with the Pirates of Sartos are always weird. I felt they would declare war at one point. I, you know, just gave them some stuff here and there, proposed to attack their enemies, and I guess that's fine. That's fine. Interesting that Astrogoth is very quickly going for me, you know, going to have friendliness towards me. I don't know how that works. So I'm gonna have to spend a lot of gold, likely just upgrade anything that will give me more income, because I'm earning 5,000 and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna need all that money to ensure that that I can get more armies and more units. You know, those 5,000, it's because I lost so many units from that other army, you know. So likely I'm gonna get everything that... Oh, I could get some scrap, that's for sure. Could get some scrap there. The control is also nice. The local recruitment would be nice. I don't need this, right? It doesn't increase the unit recruitment. That's only a level 4. So I'm gonna do control. There we go. I'm gonna go this. I think that's good. Developing already that one. Now, yeah, let's get some more gold here. You do want to get those. Or do I want growth or control? I don't know. Okay, so let's continue. Anything else that gives me... It will give me some gold later on. But overall, I actually have mostly the places with all the gold that I can, you know? And I'm trying to keep up with everything, really. Notice that I don't have the... That's something that I'm not doing. I'm not focusing on one end with all my mighty power. You know, I'm just sending Gorbad to deal with Scarbrand. You know, I'm just sending Rachnik now against Ungrim, and previously he was against Kugath, against the Plague Father. So right now, I really want to finish Ungrim. But by the time that I finish him, I'll be at war with the Empire, and that's for sure, and that's going to be a problem. And yeah, that's going to be a huge problem. And then likely we're going to have the Endgame scenario, and who knows what that is. I am going to start taking away the dwarf scenario, but at this point it is actually there. So, skipping a little bit, there are 3 armies of Khorne. There's another one with Scarbrand over there in Khemri. But I like that I have the garrison here, you know. I could go for the garrison there, but I also could go just for growth. Oh, control, I do need control, but before I do that, let me just take this off and attack. And let me see who will pay me more to get... Oh, I can get Grimgor to be friendly with me. That's nice. It's always nice. And likely an alliance very soon, so that's always cool. But what I want to see is... You're at war with Khorne. Who else is at war? The vampires. Okay, let me see how much the vampires... Oh, they only have 2 settlements. I doubt they can pay me too much. But let's see. No, they have 2,000. That's not bad. Let me see how much will the Bretonians pay me.
I will listen out of
I'm pretty sure they have more income, so... Yeah, 4,000. There we go. Let's just reduce their income and quickly attack against Scarbrand here. Okay, you're gonna get... I think Error Catch is good for this army. It's not like I have too many options. I have the Keep Bossing, which is not really that good. I didn't focus too much. I wanted the Gobo chant. It's good for characters, okay? So basically my characters are a little bit better, you know, and they gain a lot of experience, which is also excellent. So yeah, I think this works really well. I still don't have the ones that I want. It does tell me valid defeat. This is something because my whole army is very weak in armor, and these units are not considered really, you know, top tier, but they work so well together. So I'm going to encircle just because I want to see how much I can weaken them a little bit, and to see if they will attack me, you know, and sally out. And if they sally out, it's much easier. So auto-resolve on this one, yeah, definitely so. Those are not even exalted blood letters, so yeah. I even lost a little bit there, so loot and occupy, that's for sure. I want that gold. And yeah, nice income, nice stuff. What else do I want? Yeah, I want that. Is that the building? No, that's for boars. Okay, let me demolish that one. And let me get the Savage Orc building, just to ensure that I have all the necessary buildings for that. So, what do you want? Yeah, hard to hit. And this is nice. Let's spread more control, that's for sure. And the Black Orc, big boss. Yeah, I really want him to be more defensive, so that's cool. Yeah, and Khorne already is going to lose 2 settlements, then it only has 3, so I'm expecting Khorne to be destroyed in like 7 turns maybe. They will attack, and they'll be powerful attacking. Finally, Rachnik has everything except the proper river of thralls, so let me move here and here. And I was considering keeping up the attrition war with Ungrim and not sending Rachnik to the top, but I think Rachnik does a much better job against Ungrim than, and I can always send Oglok the Horrible once I get him to the Nurgle front, you know, because that's 3 fronts that I'm gonna have, and then the Ungrim front will always be existing. It will shift into instead of going into the mountains, it will shift into the Empire, so that will be the key problem. And I still haven't decided what I will do with Backbiter. Over here I think I have enough with those 2 armies, with Gorbad and Tricky. And over here is the big problem, because Ungrim keeps showing up and he has a ton of Doomseekers. But of course, Doomseekers are perfect to be destroyed by artillery, by missile fire, which I do have now in reinforcement. So that army feels good. It's not exactly the best army idea. I just gave them a bunch of artillery because I felt like I could need that. Yeah. Scrap is something that it's not really well balanced. I think you could gain 10 more, 30 more even per battle and be fine with it. So let me see if I can ambush, and if I can, it's so much better, you know. So Regimental is available in not block and smash. Actually, Power the Wall was the one. So yeah, let's go. Regimental. It earns me a little bit more gold because of course it costs me less upkeep. So yeah, that looks fine. Yeah. Yeah, and I gotta keep checking what he has. Let me keep checking, because I'm pretty sure whenever I see a full army from the Ungrim, another one is being built or is already built. You know, whenever that happens, there's always that possibility. So who knows? But I fought Ungrim so many times, I'm going to wait on that, you know. So I skipped the turn. It still tells me valid defeat, but they are a little bit weakened now. And that's such a nice minor settlement battle to fight. I haven't been fighting too many. And this episode, I was about to finish it up, but I thought, well, why not? I just show you a minor settlement battle. It's been a while since I fought them, so yeah, let's go for it. Minor settlement versus Khorne with Night Goblins. I mean, this is Night Goblins and Squigs army. That's the typical army that I defend that it is possible to use. I might as well go for my words. So how am I deploying? There's 2 bridges, and they'll have just basically a frontliner some archer units, a hero, and trolls or monsters to do the heavy damage. So the frontliners, of course, are there just to soak in any missiles, but of course Khorne doesn't have any, so they'll just soak in the charges, basically. And yep. I also have some small reinforcements. I have the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers here. They also have Vanguard, so I'm hoping to get some good targets like those Chaos Warriors. You know, anything that doesn't do a lot of damage, but will take a lot of damage from those armor-piercing units, you know? And the main key is to reach this point. This point is where it has like 3 towers, and likely they will concentrate all their strength over here. So I'm planning that this will work out. I thought I could put the archers on the back here, but I also want to be able to use the ability from the archers that, you know, the vortex from the fanatics, you know. Fanatics' vortex ability is what gives them their power, in essence. So this is an army that really I need to be on point on using those vortexes to do as much as possible. And in minor settlements, they are actually quite good, because the vortex is much better in narrow situations, which of course you have narrow pathings here. So yeah, Night Goblins definitely will do some damage. I'm trying not to use the vortex here against just the Chaos Warhounds. I think even just the standard Night Goblin fanatics will do the damage here, but of course I sent in some other units and I was shooting them, of course. And now it's time to get on those exalted bloodletters, or those bloodletters. There's the Goblin fanatics. There we go. Against the Forsaken, against the other ones. Yep. It may not seem like it, but they are doing their damage. Okay. And even more chaos. As you can see, look at the health is already half on those guys with a combination of, you know, armor, missile, the missile fire, and of course the vortex effect there from the goblins. Over here, it's going to be the 2 units of trolls and the squig doing most of the damage, but I got to be careful against any halberds that show up, which are the main difficulty. And over here, I cannot even see the enemy. Everything is red. That's the biggest problem sending this army. The red ones against the red ones. I hope you can identify the blood letters of Khorne. Yeah, and now that is 3 units. If it was just the Marauders, I would keep them fighting. But I think I'll have to withdraw them to charge them. I don't think they obey me, which is a big problem. I told them to withdraw and they really didn't do it. So trolls against exalted bloodletters, they can do quite a lot of damage. By the way, these guys can withstand a lot of punishment. They're very good, you know, soakers. So like you the opposite. Sorry, they're very good damage dealers, and the soaking comes in from the other units that are in the melee as well. So yeah. So as you can see, I'm sending the Colossal Squig, and there's some halberd units here. I'm also sending my Lord, and my hopes is that they just break soon, because most of the enemy units here are breaking as well, and I'm attacking them with poison as well. So I'm just trying to see if these, you know, they are not chosen with halberds. They are Chaos Warriors with halberds, so their leadership is still, it's good, but it's not the best. No, it's not like they'll fight to the last man. They will rout. At least I'm counting on that. Over here, I'm being enveloped badly, so I was hoping my reinforcements would arrive soon. And they did, but they're not fast enough. So overall, there's the good, as I was saying, the great vortexes from the fanatics. Go forth, my minions. Yeah, and some of them went the other way around too, but yeah. And that heavily decreases the enemy willingness to fight. I think this is the other unit of Chaos Warriors, halberds. I'm attacking the gates now, or the barricades there, to destroy those towers finally. So I capture the point. Towers are destroyed. And yeah, I didn't retreat those Night Goblins. They're fighting the Marauders. And the one good thing about it is that it's gonna help against army losses. You can see already the balance of power shifting very well into my favor. And sure, I have some Colossal Squigs there. They're so weak. They're so flimsy, you know? they're very powerful as a single entity to disrupt enemies, but they are so difficult to make them just fight one unit and win. They don't win by themselves. You need to support them. Most single entities are like that. But of course, if you can have someone that will, do that for you, the single entity that also kills everyone, that's fine. But still, I was sending the Colossal Squigs against a halberd unit, so a good halberd unit, so it's not like I can complain too much. Now, I destroyed all those 3 towers, finally. I was predicting that I could reach faster, actually. And now I really want to send these guys in just to cause army losses as fast as possible. So, as you can see, I'm sending in these units. They're all, yes, this is a Chaos Warrior Halberd unit, and I'm sending large units, but I really just want to take out as much health of them as fast as possible and see if I can cause a very fast army losses scenario. And I think it does, actually. You can see the routing, and now it does. So it paid off, actually, because I saw that, I could attack all the units that had, full strength, let's say, and maybe cause the enemy to run away. So, yeah, from it said valiant defeat to close victory. And yeah, that's what I say. These guys, the AI underlooks them so much, the combination of these troops, because everything has vanguards. I can deploy really well where I want them. I can adapt to the enemy. So those are always good factors. And if you want a good Goblin Squig army, this one is heavy in terms of having to, oh, I can actually upgrade everything from big lads as well. Get back here. And the sneaky stabbers. I have some rank 9s, so yeah, why not? So that's great in ensuring that this army will be much more powerful. I think I could get regimental there. But yeah, this army is really much more powerful than the AI gives it credit for. Especially will be with scrap upgrades. And I actually started scrap upgrades by the archers. The next ones are the trolls and the squigs. The last ones likely will be the infantry. Yeah, let's go for regimental because I want all the income that I can. A big problem with that is I don't have many lords. That's something that I never really invest, is the mentor ability. And I always found it like it is very powerful. It's way too powerful. I see people use it. It's very powerful. And I always felt like it was it can be one of those tools that I would prefer not to, because how to say, it's the same thing as when you save heroes or lords from other playthroughs so that you can use them on a playthrough, and you just spend a lot of gold, but they are really powerful, and that way you can push really well. So Gorbad, I feel like I'm going to be under attack over here on Agral, so I need to move him back. And of course my Goblin army can go and protect Kalbaraz, so yeah. Let's fast forward, let's move forward here. And it's been already a lot of time for this episode, almost half an hour actually. So I'll have some decisions on what to build, units and everything, but that will be of course on the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, bye bye.